My memory is just how beautiful it was. It's a place that when I come into the campus, I feel at home.
I think there's just something that happens to you when you step foot on this campus. You're no longer in Hartsville, South Carolina, you're at Coker College.
You're set in time. When you come back to Coker, you jump right back into your time. It's new, it's different, there are new faces, there are new programs, and you want your institution to grow and get better, but it always has a very special place in your heart because you remember your experiences there.
But the tradition is still always there, and I think maybe that's what it is. The people keep it the same. It still feels like family.
When I went around during my interviews and I talked to students, that's what they talked about. The relationship that they had with the professor, and decided that that was really and truthfully how higher education should be done. Sort of, you throw back 300 years, it's the model that most folks had in terms of higher ed, and felt like that the way Coker was educating students was the right way to do it.
You know, change is a part of the world we live in. Of course, the campus and the buildings are similar. And I guess the atmosphere, and I guess when I'm here with my friends, it takes me back to those days.
What has never changed about Coker through the years is the concern that we have for each other here, the caring, the relationships, the involvement of the community. The value of an education at this institution has never changed.
But most of all, the friendliness. You don't have to be in the same class.
And as you walk across the campus, people are still speaking, regardless of whether they know you or not. I talk to the students and I hear them share about their experiences, and that's the way it was when I was here. So the school has managed to grow, but to hold on to some of the things that were so important.
People know your name. They know your name and they remember your name.
I know when I walk across campus for a meeting, I'm going to see not a former professor, not a former staff member, not a former student. I'm going to see friends.
I met my husband here. I met him in a chemistry lab. I pretended ignorance on how to do an experiment. He called me for a date that night.
My husband and I met at Coker. We actually met right here down the hall. And my roommate and I, Karen McIntyre, we were playing with a ball in the hall, and we weren't supposed to be doing that. So the RA, which was my husband, Curtis Lloyd, and he had to come out of the room and fuss at us a little bit. But out of that, we struck up a conversation. We dated kind of the second half of my freshman year, and then about the end of the sophomore years when he proposed. And I graduated in May of 2005, and we got married in October of 2005.
We met the very first day of our freshman year, and we met in Dr. Lois Gibson's office.
Later on during the semester, we got to know each other, and then we dated all through college.
Were you lab partners?
Oh,
yes, we were lab partners.
You go from a kid to being an adult, and that's really what college does for you, and I think Coker does a great job with that.
I didn't feel like I had limits, like I had only been trained in one particular area and therefore could only be employed in one particular area. I think that's one thing that Coker gave to me, was the ability to basically pursue and add additional skill sets.
Students coming in today will have an experience that they can't find anywhere else that's both warm, welcoming, supportive, quality education, and in a wonderful growing environment.
I like to tell people the value add that we provide to students from the time they get here to the time they graduate. I put that up against any college in the country.
I probably would have just faded into the background somewhere else, and that didn't happen at Coker.
Though we go our separate ways, in our hearts there'll always be memories of these youthful days. Coker College, hail to thee. But I remembered when I drove through those gates with that in my mind. But Coker, I just can't say enough about it. It was 4 great years.